It's Rebecca with Ring Nail Studio, and today's video is a simple airbrush ombre. For my acrylic base, I will be using the dip powder from Kiara Sky in the color Soho. With these dip powders, I like to make sure that I mix them really well just to get a good powder consistency and a really good color payout. So one tip when pouring your monomer is to place your metal part of the acrylic brush up against the end of the bottle and pour the liquid down the brush. This will help to avoid any spills or messes that can cause damage to your table. I chose to use this powder today because I am interested in purchasing some more colored acrylics, but I figured because dip is technically acrylic, I would try to see what it was like using with liquid opposed to the resin. So as far as my acrylic application, I am getting better. I am gonna start practicing a lot more, especially now since coronavirus has us stuck in the house. One thing I really need to work on is building my apex. I don't know why I struggle with this, but I do. Like, my beads are too wet, or they're too dry, or my apex is too flat. So one thing I am gonna try to do is to do the 2-ball method, and then to help with my apex, I'm gonna try using a drier bead in the apex area to see if maybe that will help me build a better apex, because it's just not consistent. So just keep that in mind, you guys. Practice makes progress, so get to it, sister. So far, this powder is working out really well. I don't know if I'm not cleaning my brush out all the way on my paper towel, but you will see here how cloudy the monomer is. I don't like that. So since I can't reuse it for my practicing, I'm gonna go ahead and take this paper towel, soak it all the way up, making sure to wipe the bottom of the dapping dish to get any extra powder or remnants of powder off of the bottom of the dapping dish. Then I'm going to place it in a little plastic bag, tie it up, and throw it away. Next is filing. I'm using a 100-100 to sharpen up my free edge and the sides, and then I'm using the 150 grit to smooth out the bumps and lumps on the top of the nail. While filing, it's really important to look at the nail from every side and every angle just to make sure that everything is even and smooth. You can also turn the hand the other way to make sure that all of the free edges are even. This is a really good way to make sure that your nails are not crooked. Flip it the other way and look at it as if it is your own hand. Well, another thing I do struggle with is the excess acrylic at the free edge. I don't clean it up good enough with my acrylic brush, so I take this little cone bit and just clean up under there. One tip I do have before using your airbrush is to use a buffer to smooth out the nail, and then of course to remove all the dust. So let's get into this airbrush kit really quickly. This is from Young Nails. I only paid $50 for it on their site from a sale that they had a few weeks ago. You get the instruction manual, a dropper, of course the handheld portable air compressor, and then the charger. You want to make sure that you charge this for an hour and a half before you use it. Here's the nice handpiece. It's a pretty hefty, good quality handpiece. And you can watch a tutorial on Young Nails YouTube channel, so go ahead and check it out. At first it seemed really complicated, but once I got my hands on it and played with it a little bit, it was actually pretty easy. Now, Young Nails did not have any airbrush paint, so I had to go on Amazon, and I got these hoping for the best. I'm not disappointed whatsoever because I've never had airbrush paints before, so this is all I know. And I chose yellow for the sake of spring. I don't really like the way the color came out with this nude base, but it is what it is. So first things first, you want to test the airbrush, make sure that paint is actually coming out, and then you want to put it onto the nail. You just want to feather it a little bit. Make sure you're not too close or it will look like little splatters. I don't know if you can see that on the index finger. Look like a little swirl. So make sure you have a good distance, make sure that you're feathering it, and then just look over and see where else you can add or what you would like to fix. Once you get your desired ombre, you're just going to take some gel top coat. Remember to coat the edges, the free edge and the sides of the nails, because this paint does bleed. When I was wiping off the tacky layer, I could see a little bit of yellow paint, which means I did not coat the paint all the way. So just make sure you're getting the edges, the sides, the free edge, all of that, just to make sure that everything is covered. That way you get a good color payout. After you apply your gel top coat, you will place the hand or nails into your UV LED, and I always do it for 60 seconds just to be sure. But this is the final look. I'm really pleased with this, and I'm really glad because it is so easy compared to doing acrylic or polish ombre. So if you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below. Again, my name is Rebecca, and I hope to see you soon.